Hello viewers, we bring you today another edition of Face to Face on Universal Heritage Television Niger. Today we are at the Secretariat of the Owerri Archdiocese of the Catholic Church to interview Father Gerald Chukwudi Njoko. He is going to throw light on his proposed interaction with political party candidates in Imo State who are gunning for the 2023 election. Father Njoko, good morning, sir.
Thank you very much. Good morning. You're welcome.
Can we meet you, sir? Can you introduce yourself to the public?
Yes, Reverend Father Dr. Gerald C. Njoko of the Catholic Archdiocese of Owerri. And I work for the Jdpc as a coordinator and then the director, Church and Society, Catholic Diocese of Owerri.
So can you explain to us the meaning of Jdpc and what it represents?
Yeah, Jdpc, the acronym is Justice, Development, Peace, and Caritas. It's a commission, so to say. So you can also say Justice, Development, Peace, and Caritas Commission, okay, even though it doesn't bear two C's at the end.
Okay. You are Owerri Archdiocese and the Jdpc are partnering to host political party candidates in the state. Mm-hmm. What is the gathering all about?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think part of what should have been an answer to your first question, the Jdpc, means that it's a structured response to the Second Vatican Council appeal for the church's involvement in their affairs and development of the society, which is the principal guide for the response, is based on the Catholic social teaching of the Church. Jdpc Owerri Diocese is a faith-based charity, a charitable non-governmental organization, a non-political organization also established in the Catholic Diocese of Owerri as it concerns, and then to apply the values of the good gospel for the common good of all. So we cover some local government areas, about 7 of it, namely Owerri Municipal, Owerri North, Owerri West, Ikeduru, Ngokbala, Mbitelu, and Ohaji Ebema, with about 185 parishes, chaplaincies, and special jurisdictions.
So if I get you right, what you're saying in summary is that the program you want to hold is designed to ensure good governance in the state.
Yeah, definitely. It is also in our charter as part of our injunctions, good governance advocacy.
Okay.
Jdpc has remained a critical stakeholder in the promotion of good governance in the state. And our partnership with INEC, of course, has contributed significantly to an improvement in our electoral process. We organize seminars in partnership with civil society organizations, as well as sensitizing the electorates through our local churches on the need to participate in the election process and make informed choices. And part of what we are now doing, is campaign also for a good governance. We also organize debates for candidates or political parties as a platform for the candidates to inform the electorates of their manifestos. It is our program to open conversations with political office holders on the need to fulfill the promises they made to the electorates during the campaign periods, and now we call it town hall meeting. In summary, we're having this town hall meeting, bringing all of them together to give us their manifestos and then be able to tackle some questions that comes from the electorate.
Thank you so much. When is this program going to hold?
Yeah, the program is slated to be on the 29th of January, the first phase of it, because it's coming from two different sessions. Okay. One is that of the House of Assembly, the 29th. I think it's on a Sunday, the last Sunday of January, the 29th. And then we'll be beginning at 3 p.m. And then the next session will be for the House of Representatives and the Senate, which will be on the 5th, the first Sunday of February.
Okay, who are those that are qualified to participate in this program? Is it a business for all candidates? That's an all-commerce affair for everybody? Are there qualifications for persons to participate?
Actually, the INEC has already given the qualifications of those people who are there, but then those who we are expecting to come here, I see those who subscribe to us or who are interested in doing what we have asked them to do or what we have requested them to do.
Okay, in other words, you extended invitation to the candidates.
Absolutely. We've sent them, those that are involved know themselves. We sent letters to them, and those of them that really want to contest for the upcoming election are eligible to come.
Okay, I will further want to know, what is India for the church or for the society as a whole, organizing this event? Because one will expect there will be a lot of commitment, there will be a lot of logistics, funding, and the rest of it. After it all, what do you intend to achieve hosting the program?
Definitely, I don't think there is any material gain involved. Rather, I would say that the church as a mother, over time has taken care of her children, and the society is the church is the society. If you take it from the point of view of macro society or family, everybody belongs to God. And the church getting involved as an injunction to making peace, injunction to developing the society, injunction to really getting the world organized, especially in this period that we are challenged by different evils and insecurity and all that. The church tries to advocate for peace, for good governance. And that is the interest of the church. It's more spiritual than material.
Okay, the church, especially the Owerri Archdiocese, the Owerri Catholic Archdiocese, is known to be holding this kind of events at every edition of the election. To what extent have you been able to realize the objective of what you are doing? In the past, you've been doing this.
Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't say it has not really yielded or given dividends. Actually, the church plays her role as a mother, as a church, advocating. But the issue is, for those who have been instructed, are they making good use of it? The interest of the church is to give the message. And then it is one thing giving this message, and another thing is to getting them imbibed. I wouldn't say it's a general thing. Some people have actually adhered to this message of good governance, message of goodness, message of righteousness, or any virtue whatsoever. That is what the church is poised actually to doing. Some of them that are Catholics or some of them that are Christians adhere to these noble instructions that have been given to them.
Okay, we also understand that there's going to be a peace accord. Can you tell us more about it? Can you enlighten us?
Yeah, definitely. It's part of the fundamental reasons for having such a thing. And the Jdpc that is doing this advocacy is there to advocate for peace. And if you actually look into the meaning of peace accord, peace, of course, is trying to keep peace, and accord there is the link. So let us link up peace in the society where one another can be in a good relationship, in a good atmosphere, without problems.
Okay, your invitation cuts across all the political parties. Now, one will want to know how we are going to manage the hordes of candidates that will come from these parties. You know, can you explain, you know, briefly how you intend to handle them? You know, what actually is going to happen on that day?
We are not God. We don't know actually what is going to happen. But for what we know and what we intend doing is having them in two different sessions. The first, handling the number that we can, and then the next session we continue from where we have stopped. So it is not timid. The number is not so verbose, it's not so large that we cannot take care of.
About how many candidates do you expect?
Absolutely, I wouldn't know those who were turned in.
Okay.
That's the problem. So how can I know? Because we've just sent out the letters. We don't know how many persons that will respond to the positive.
Okay. Is the town hall meeting peculiar to the Owerri Catholic Archdiocese, or is Catholic business nationwide? And do you have other archdioceses doing this kind of a thing? Because we know here the Owerri Archdiocese seems to have it as a tradition that at every edition of the election they do this.
Actually, I would say in affirmation, yes, to the best of my knowledge, I know such a thing is being organized, even since about 8 years now, but in different dimensions.
Okay.
The other one was a kind of public forum. I hadn't come home then, I was still in Germany. And then that of last dispensation was instruction by the bishop himself. He invited every participant and then instructed them. And this time again is like a town hall meeting whereby the individuals or participants threw in their manifestos, and then we can raise some questions to that effect. But then other dioceses have their own different ways of operating, modus operandi, the way they give in their own. But I know it's an injunction of the church following the injunction of the Catholic Bishops' Conference, and that's part and parcel of our mission, you know, bringing people together, instructing them, making sure that we have free and fair election.
It's okay. As at the moment, there is a wave of insecurity in Imo State. Mm-hmm. Now, are we going to have a safe event? Because most people these days are afraid of attending some activities, especially where they see it as political. So,
absolutely, that is definitely the situation we happen to find ourselves, and constituted by some politicians themselves. You see, the reason why we are having this is also trying to proffer solutions to the problem of insecurity that has bedeviled our state today, our country also. So it depends on them. On our own part, we have been having peaceful activities here. There have been no problem. I would also answer this question in this: anything that we have been doing here, we have done it peacefully. And that's why during the registration, people registered here more, and in a better atmosphere, in a conducive atmosphere than going out, because they had this angst over there that something might happen. But here it's being protected by God himself, and then in our own goodwill and good intention. So if there is any problem on that day, we should ask them a very big question. It's on them, because we are also trying to prove to them the reason why we are advocating for good governance is for security, is for peace, is for development.
So it's expected that
we have the good
leaders,
intention.
That
yes.
Suppose good leaders
yes.
are not expected to foment any trouble.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. To whom more is given, more is also expected. They want to tell us what they are able to do or what they are capable of doing. And so we expect them to be peaceful. And we expect that there is peace also, not just now, or not just on this particular event that we are doing, but beyond it, that there is peace in our state, that there is peace in our country.
It's okay. What other message would you have for Imolites?
Vote, not fight. Election, no be war, as it is being said.
Yeah.
So, and now we are clamoring for good governance. It starts now for people to go and collect their PVCs. Now the church also have made efforts to helping people, reminding people, instructing people to go out there and register. The church single-handedly registered through the help of the church here in Assumpta Cathedral. We registered more than 77,000. And now is the collection of the votes. And presently, we have arranged with the INEC to make here a collection center where those also who registered for their PVCs will also be able to collect them. We are starting this exercise tomorrow. So the INEC will come here with their machines and whatever, and then sort out the PVCs of people who registered here. And then they sign and they make away with their PVCs. And then expecting them to actually vote and defend their vote.
It's okay, sir. That is where we round off the chat. Viewers, you have heard it all from Father Gerard Chukwudi in Joko. The Catholic Church, no doubt, is concerned about good governance, and he has taken us through all the efforts to bring the candidates, to talk to them, and have a peace accord so that Imo will get better. So you join them in the effort. Thank you so much.